Mottek Money continues here in 790 KABC. Turning now to real estate. The real estate folks are telling us more homes are hitting the market these days here in the Los Angeles area, leading to price reductions and longer selling time, shifting power to buyers in some neighborhoods now. Average home value slightly down, as it turns out, year over year. Let's get an update now on real estate trends here in Southern California with Kylie Moeller, Director of Market Acquisitions at Wedgewood Homes, our great friend, partner, and sponsor of this program. We'll have the chance now to talk more about Wedgewood Homes and how they can provide exactly the help you need if you're looking for a cash buyer for your home or just inherited a house, even over the holiday season. Kylie Moeller from Wedgewood Homes, thank you very much for joining us live here this afternoon.
Hi, Frank. Thanks so much for having me. It's such a pleasure to be on here with you and talk about some real estate trends that we're seeing.
Wonderful to have you with us. And yes, take it from the top. And by the way, we greatly appreciate everyone there at Wedgewood Homes and all the folks. We love the partnership and wish everyone there a very happy holiday season. Real estate activity continues. And indeed, what kind of trends are you seeing these days?
Yeah, that's a great question. So Wedgewood Homes has been buying and selling homes in Southern California for over 40 years. And over the years, we've tracked many market indicators to help us understand the broader real estate landscape. So I'll share a few with you today. One stat we're looking at is active inventory, which is how many active houses are for sale on the market. And in LA, inventory is up year over year, but we have been seeing a seasonal decline over the last few months, which means that there's less houses available now compared to the summer months. But that's a normal seasonal decline that we usually see in supply. There's definitely still more sellers than there are buyers out there in today's market. Another data point that we like to look at is average days on market. So this measures how long it takes for a house to accept an offer before or after being listed. And right now in LA County, the average days on market is 57 days, which is about 17% year-over-year increase. So what that really means is that sellers are having to wait a little bit longer before accepting an offer when compared to recent years. So those are some of the trends we're seeing right now.
On the live with Kylie Moeller, Director of Market Acquisitions at Wedgewood Homes, based right here in Southern California. What advice do you give to folks out there who are considering selling their homes now, maybe urgently have to sell, can't sit around, wait for a buyer to come in this current market?
Ooh, I love this question, Frank, and I definitely get asked this a lot from my friends who are currently in the market as well. My top advice is to price your home correctly from the start. This is so critical in a shifting market. Homes have been taking longer to sell in previous years, and actually there's a stat out right now that 40% of properties experienced recent price reductions throughout the country. You really only have one opportunity to get it right, so ensure that you're working with a real estate professional who is looking at the comparables and aligning your price with those comps. And then my next suggestion for friends and family would be that if your house isn't show ready or if showings and open houses don't align with your busy schedule, it might make sense for you to explore an alternative route other than just listing your house on the market. I'd advise my friends to at least look into getting a cash offer. You can let someone else do the repairs. It might be a better fit if you have a busy schedule or strict timeline. And that's one of the reasons why I love telling my friends about Wedgewood Homes, because we are here as an alternative selling solution and can help simplify the process.
Fantastic, Kylie. And how does it work with Wedgewood Homes? What advice do you have for people looking to work with a cash buyer, and how does it work?
Yeah, Frank, that's really, really important question. Know who you're working with. Check reviews. How long have they been in business? We've been working with sellers and revitalizing communities for the last 40 years. So we prioritize integrity. We have the reviews to back us up. Unfortunately, this is just not the case for every cash buyer. You want to watch out for a bait and switch tactic, which is when cash buyers will come in with a higher offer. They'll renegotiate down once you've already signed, sometimes even days before closings we've seen. Other cash buyers will add fees that will take away from your bottom line. So really be on the lookout for those additional fees. And I would say, lastly, strongly consider a cash offer on a state contract form rather than the back of the napkin form. That really provides greater protection to you as a seller. Since our team is licensed, we only use state contract forms, and are held to a higher ethical standard than those who may not be licensed and may not be using state contract forms. Overall, you really just want to work with someone who will be willing to listen to your specific needs, and as a seller, offer you a stress-free experience like we do at Wedgewood Homes.
On there live with Kylie Moeller, Director of Market Acquisitions at Wedgewood Homes. And the unexpected does happen. All of a sudden, some folks might have suddenly inherited a property, even this holiday season. That presents many challenges, right? Tell us about those situations and what are you seeing nowadays?
Yeah, that's a great point to bring up. We work with homeowners who've inherited properties all the time, and one of the common pain points that we hear often is that sellers need a lot more flexibility with their timeline. There's a lot of paperwork involved with inherited properties, and that's just something to consider when going with a cash offer versus a buyer who needs to obtain financing, who can't be as flexible on timing. Another factor to consider is the personal property that's left behind and what you want to do with that, especially if you're not physically located near the home. We actually it reminds me of a story. We just helped a homeowner in Azusa. Actually, she had inherited a property from her father, and the house was full of belongings. She didn't really want them anymore. She didn't know what to do with the belongings, and we were able to step in and offer her to leave all of her belongings in the home so she didn't have to handle that and could just take what she wanted. That just wouldn't be possible with a traditional listing that needs to be show ready at all times. So those would be two things to really consider if you're selling a home that you just inherited.
And I've been talking about this on the air, affordability. That seems to be the big word this year, especially as it relates to home ownership. Are people feeling more stressed out? What kind of feedback are you getting from the folks out there? And are people eager to get a cash offer from Wedgewood Homes to cash out and get rid of that house?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you said it well. Affordability is a huge factor right now in the market. With interest rates where they're at, it's super important now than ever that a seller can come in with a strong cash offer so they can move on to their next home. And instead of waiting on the market and accruing longer days held, that's really what we come in and we can help a seller avoid waiting on the market. And I think that's one of the benefits of a cash offer. It is tough to get those multiple offers right now. We're really not seeing that unless you're in a very specific pocket and you've priced your house very well. So it's a great point on affordability.
Well, you've done a fantastic job of laying it all out here, Kylie. What's the best way for folks to reach you and Wedgewood Homes?
Yes, absolutely. Well, if you are in the market and you're looking to sell, we would love for you to give us a call and we could talk to you about a quick cash offer, see if that's the best fit for you. Give us a call at 800-619-7121 or wedgewoodhomes.com.
Kylie, fantastic. Thank you very, very much. Kylie Moeller, Director of Market Acquisitions at Wedgewood Homes, our great friend, partner, and sponsor of this program. And we want to wish everyone there a wonderful holiday season. Kylie, thank you again very much for joining us live here this afternoon.
Thank you so much, Frank. It was my pleasure. Have a great holiday season.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.